Hi friends, today we are going to see the past year NEET questions for the chapter Human Reproduction, and today in this video we will cover part 1. So this is a new chapter that we are beginning with. Hope everything that I teach or tell will be understandable. Okay, so let's begin with the first question, which was asked in the year 2014. The shared terminal duct of the reproductive and urinary system in the human male is dash. So what do you think will be the answer here? It's not the vas deferens, ureter, or the vas affranchi. The right answer is urethra. So they're asking about the shared, it's a sharing, okay, between the terminal duct and the urinary system of the human male system. So urethra is a tube that connects the urinary bladder to the genitals from the removal of the fluids from the body. So the urethra travels through the penis and carries semen as well as the urine. So now you understand what connects this pathway. Therefore the right answer is option A. Next question here. The Ladak cells found in the human body are the secretory source of dash. So what are these Ladak cells? Any idea? What do you know about them? Have you heard about it first of all? So they have given you a clue. It's involved in the secretory process. See, Ladak cells, also known as interstitial cells of Ladak. So what is the other name here? They are called as interstitial cells of Ladak. And where are they found? They are found adjacent to the, it's called as seminiferous tubules in the testicle. What do they produce? They produce this testosterone in the presence of luteinizing hormone. Okay, so the Ladak cells found in the human body are the secretory source of dash. So what is it? Androgens and testosterone are produced. Ladak cells are found in the testis, in the endocrine portion of the testis, which is present in between the seminiferous tubules, and secretes two things. It secretes a male hormone. So you have two hormones when it comes to male hormones. What are they? Androgens and testosterone. So you don't have testosterone here, but you have the other hormone here. Therefore, the right answer to this question is option D. Next question here. If for some reason the Vasa affranchi in the human reproductive system gets blocked, the gametes will not be transported from dash. So this question was asked in the year 2011. But before we go into the answer directly, what is this Vasa affranchi? Any idea? The medical definition of Vasa affranchi is the 12 to 20 ductlets that lead from the rate, that is from the, you can name it like this, from the red testis to the vas deferens, and except near their commencement are greatly convoluted and form a compact head of the epidermis. So now you can ask me, what is the difference, ma'am? What is the difference between Vasa deferens and Vasa affranchi? Vasa deferens, are also known as the duct of deferens, is a tube-like structure made up of smooth tissue, and it is a part of the male reproductive system. When you take Vasa affranchi as the most convoluted tubules that lead to the red testis to the Vasa deferens, and what do? They build the head of the epidermis. So now you should be able to answer this question now. Yes, the right answer is option A. If the Vasa affranchi in the human's reproductive system gets blocked, the gametes will not be transformed from the testis to the epidermis. Therefore, the right answer is option A. Next question here. The testes in the humans are situated outside the abdominal cavity inside pouch called as scrotum. The purpose served for is dash. And again, this question was asked in the year 2011. Let's analyze the statements here before we go into the answer. Look at the first statement here. Maintaining the scrotal temperature lower than the internal body temperature. So that is the right answer. I told we'll analyze the statements and I immediately gave the answer. Because the first statement is right. I cannot say it's wrong and move to the next one. The first statement is right. Okay, we all know the testes in the humans are situated outside the abdominal cavity and they are inside a pouch that is called as scrotum. What does it serve there? It serves at scrotal temperature. Temperature is very important here. The testes are present in the scrotum where it maintains a scrotal temperature below 2 degrees Celsius. That is so it's separately present in the pouch. It is not with the body, because the body temperature and that temperature is different. They cannot survive in that. That is why the temperature there, they are separately present in the pouch. Therefore the right answer is option A. Next question here. Setoli. Okay, Setoli cells are found in dash. What do you mean by that? First of all, where they are found, okay, but what are these cells actually? What are the function of this? Okay, I will tell you. See, actually it is called as etoli or setoli, whatever you can call it as. It's a kind of sustentacular. What is it called as? Sustentacular cell. What do you call it as? Sustentacular cell. And the other name of this is called as nurse cell, it seems. Nurse cell of the testicles, and it is a part of the seminiferous tubule and helps in the process of spermatogenesis, the generation of the sperms. Okay, or you can call it as production of the sperm. It is activated by the follicle stimulating hormone that is secreted by the adenohypophysis and has the FSH receptor on its membranes. So before you go into the answer, it is very essential what these cells are to be known. So I've given you an introduction what these cells are. And what is the function here? It keeps the germ cells that start the process healthy and nourished. They also function at the end of the spermatogenesis by absorbing the extra cytoplasm from the newly created spermatozoa just prior to the release into the lumen of the seminiferous tubule. So where these cells are found now? It is found in the seminiferous tubules and provide a nutrition to the germ cells. They are found in the walls of the seminiferous tubules of the testis. They anchor and provide a nutrition for the developing germ cells, especially for the spermatids. Therefore, the right answer to this question is option C. Next question here. Vasa affranchi are the ductless leading from dash. So I already explained to you what is Vasa affranchi, right? Again, I'll let you know. And I also gave you the difference between it. So here we don't have to see anything about it, but we'll see the function and I'll tell you the answer. The function of the Vasa deferens, also called as the ductus deferens, is to transport the sperm from the epididymis to the ejaculatory ducts from the production of ejaculation. They are the transport system involved in the movement of the sperm. So this is the function of the Vasa deferens. Now what is Vasa affranchi what is the function of it? If you see, we'll see the function of Vasa affranchi now. Important function is to be a part of the conduits. So it's an important function is to be a part of the conduits for sperms, which make the pathway and help the transportation of the sperm from the red testis to the epididymis. So I called right head of the epididymis. And it helps and this, if you see, it's thanks to smooth muscle contraction, it seems. So now you can ask me, what is the meaning of Vasa affranchi? Vasa affranchi are the 12 to 20 ductlets that lead to the rate of testis to the Vasa deferens, except near their commencement, are greatly convoluted and form the compact head of the epididymis. So Vasa affranchi are the ductlets leading to the red testis to Vasa deferens. Therefore, the right answer to this question is option B. It's a ductless leading from the red testis to the Vasa deferens. The red testis is an anastomosing network of tubules located in the hilum of the testicles. And what does it carry? It carries sperms from the seminiferous tubules to the Vasa affranchi. Okay, next question here. Seminal plasma in human males are rich in dash. This question was asked in the year 2010. A very easy question. Seminal plasma in human males are rich in, you should know the answer. It is rich in fructose, calcium and certain enzymes. They provide a medium for the transport of the sperm, and they nourish and they activate the sperm. So seminal plasma of human males are rich in fructose, calcium and enzyme. Always remember it. Please don't forget. Next question. Seminal plasma in human is rich in dash. Just now we saw, right? All of you know what the answer it is. Fructose, calcium and certain enzymes. Therefore, the right answer is option D. So I didn't give much explanation here. I hope you understand. So fructose is a part of carbohydrate family. Enzymes can be any enzymes. So it can be a mixture of proteins, glycopeptides, peptides, glycopeptides, prostaglandins, all that they come under. Okay, next question here. Given below is a diagrammatic sketch of the portion of the human reproductive male system. You have to select the names. I mean, there are parts, right? A, B, C, D. You have to mark the parts correctly. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the part one by one. So look at A first. Okay, so A is Vasa deferens, B is seminal vesicle, and C, if you see, it is actually the prostate, and D, this part is actually called the bulbourethral gland. So I've correctly marked Vasa deferens, seminal vesicle, prostate, and the bulbourethral gland. So this is a male reproductive system. Therefore the right answer is option A. Next question here. Gray crescent in the area is dash. So before we go into the answer directly, it's important to discuss what is this gray crescent stand for. What do you mean by gray crescent? Gray crescent, any idea? Gray crescent is a crescent-like and gray colored area developing on the surface of the egg, and it's opposite to the point of the sperm entry. It is a surface feature developing as a result of cytoplasmic movements stimulated by the sperm entry into the egg. So you can simply call it as cortical region. What do you call it as? Cortical region of the newly fertilized egg of the, let's take for example, let's take the frog's amphibian egg. Yeah, and you can even take some examples like salamanders, that forms just after fertilization on the side opposite sperm penetration. So now I've explained to you what is this gray crescent area. Now you should be able to answer. It's just opposite to the site of the entry of the sperm into the ovum. On the surface of the egg opposite to the point of sperm entry, the peripheral area of the egg becomes lighter in color and assumes a gray appearance. That is why it is called as gray crescent. This area is actually crescentric in shape and it is known as gray crescent. Therefore the right answer is option B. Next question here. Location and the secretion of Leydig cells are dash. So already I gave you a lot of explanation about this Leydig cells. So, and they are a part of interstitial cells, right? I told you that. So it's from the testis, that is testosterone, are present in the testis, and what do they secrete? Male hormones, male sex hormones, androgens and testosterone. Therefore the right answer is option C. Next question here. Capacitation occurs in dash, and this question was asked in the year 2017. So what is capacitation? Capacitation is increase in fertilizing capacity of the sperms which occur in the female reproductive tract. So this is associated with the female reproductive system. It is required to render the sperm to fertilize an oocyte. So this is actually, see, when you look this lesson as a science, this lesson is the most interesting of all when you take it in biology. The facts about it, the news about it, the talking about it can be wrong. But when you look at it as a process of science, this lesson is the most interesting because God had made it so unique. Okay, so capacitation, why did I mention here is, it's good to know, right? So here capacitation, so far we were seeing about the male reproductive system. So you must not get confused. That was why I'm mentioning here. And when it comes to the human reproductive system, the process is complex because the parts of the system, everything is different. So you have to be thorough with everything. So capacitation, if you see, it occurs in the female reproductive tract. Okay, next question here. Capacitation refers to the changes in dash. So I think it will be easy for you to answer here. As we all know, capacitation is in regards to the female reproductive tract. Capacitation and acrosomal reaction occurs before fertilization. The process of capacitation happens when the sperm enter the vagina. Very, very important process. During this period, the cholesterol vesicles are removed from the acrosome. So what is it? It is before fertilization, before sperm enters. Therefore, the right answer is option D. Next question here. Which of the following layers is an antral follicle? In an antral follicle is acellular. So this is also a very easy question. You must have heard about the granulosa, stroma, zona of pellucida. The right answer here is zona of pellucida. Zona of pellucida, if you see, it's formed by the new membrane by the secondary oocyte around itself. Therefore, the right answer is option C. Next question here. The main function of the mammalian corpus luteum is to produce dash. What is this actually? What is corpus luteum? It is a temporary endocrine structure. It is not permanent. It's a temporary production involved in the ovulation and early pregnancy. The main secretory product of the corpus luteum is progesterone, which is required for the establishment and the maintenance of the pregnancy. Therefore, it is associated with the female reproductive system. I mean, female sex hormones. What are the two female sex hormones that we know? Progesterone and egesterone. So therefore, the right answer to this question, the main function of the mammalian corpus luteum, is option A, estrogen only. Okay, so with this we complete the part 1 of human reproduction. Hope to meet you in the next part of the same chapter. Thank you.